Well, hey there, folks. It's me. It's Bubba T coming to you. Look here. Good morning, good evening, good night. Whatever time you're tuning in, I sure appreciate it. We're cracking open a can of worms with a big shiny label on it. Hollywood. You know, the place where folks pretend to be farmers on screen, but wouldn't know a tractor from a Tesla in real life. Today, we're talking about why Hollywood stars need to zip it when it comes to middle class politics. So grab you a coffee or a sweet tea, and let's get into it. This is the Bubba T Show. Buckle up. Let's go. All right, all right. Welcome to the Bubba T Show. I sure appreciate you tuning in, showing me the love, likes, shares, all that good stuff, the follows. I cannot thank you enough. Before we get into the topic for tonight, I'd like to throw out there some of the Hickman news, some of the upcoming events that are coming up quick. So, the first I'm going to talk about is the Juneteenth celebration that's being hosted by Tim Smith. It is looking like it's going to be quite an event. So everyone should check that out. It's going to be on June 20th and 21st. Starts at 11 a.m. He's going to have food at the park, cornhole tournament, basketball tournaments, all kinds of fun. And he'll have the Juneteenth party at the park, which starts at 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. And it looks like it's going to be pretty exciting, folks. So y'all check that out. Also, the Hickman Police Department's putting on a Fun in the Sun for the children on June 23rd and 24th. So more information on that, you need to call the Hickman Police Department, talk with Ryan Amberg, the chief of police, and get you some more info, because I know they're going to have like kickball fun for the kids and different games. They're going to be giving away prizes and stuff. So it looks like it's going to be quite fun. Also, they had a special called city meeting tonight, June 17th, in which they discussed appointing a new mayor pro tem, which they appointed Commissioner Richard Holloway to be the new mayor pro tem. They also discussed the budget, and they also discussed a proclamation that was put in for Pleasant Hill Missionary Baptist Church, which June 22nd in Hickman will now be Pleasant Hill Missionary Baptist Church Day, to commend them for being in Hickman for 140 years, which is quite a milestone. Good thing to celebrate. So I think they're going to have a celebration fellowship Sunday at 2:30. Also, the city manager, Robert Griggs, announced that he will be making phone calls to people that have put their name in that were interested in being in one of the new boards, the Ethics Board, the Parks Board, and the Recreation Board. He will be making phone calls to you to get you to write a bio of yourself and a short description as to why you want to be on this board, and maybe some info on things you might bring to the table on these boards. So keep a listen for the phone call from him on that to get your name in and possibly become a board member. All right, let's dive into the topic for tonight, shall we? And what I'm going to be talking about is Hollywood stars getting into middle-class politics. And last year during the presidential election, I couldn't tell you how many times I've heard these people. Well, did you know what George Clooney said? Did you know what Tom Hanks said? Or any of the stars? Just, they need to be, they're like taking advice from these people. Like, well, George Clooney said I need to be doing this, and we need to be voting this way and this way. And what do they know, folks? They ain't never been in our shoes. And if they have, it was too long ago to even remember how it was. So let's get into it. Let's start with the obvious. Hollywood is not America. It's a fantasy land. It's the land of private chefs, gated mansions, and $800 jeans with holes already in them. Meanwhile, middle America, we're out here budgeting groceries, paying mortgages, fixing our own sinks, and trying to get our kids through school without debt up to our eyeballs. So when an actor who's never seen a $5 gas station burrito starts telling us how we should vote or live, no, I'm good. Oh, thank you, millionaire actor who owns 3 homes and flies private, for telling me how to relate to my $17 an hour job and rising rent. Come on now, let's be real. They live in echo chambers, surrounded by yes men. They're out of touch. You know who I listen to? The truckers, on the road 12 hours a day. The single mom working 2 jobs. The granddad who built his house with his own bare hands, which my granddad was one of those. Built his house with his own bare hands. And built my uncle's house with his own bare hands. That's blood, sweat, and tears right there. That's like a whole new meaning of being proud of the home you live in. But these are the people dealing with inflation, struggling healthcare systems, broken down school buses, and high energy bills. Not Hollywood. We don't want political advice from folks who think taxes are something their accountants handle in Malibu. We want leadership from people who understand what it's like to pray over a paycheck, which is done too often in the middle class. Me being one of them. You got to pray that your paycheck's going to last till the next one. That's the America I know. That's the voice that matters. When a celebrity gets on stage and uses their acceptance speech to push their politics, don't nothing piss me off more. And I'm changing the channel. You're there to entertain, period. We didn't ask for your political science degree, mainly because most of y'all don't have one. They say, well, I have a platform. Yeah, and so does a lifeguard, but I'm not asking him how to run the economy either. Let folks with real-world experience shape the political future, not folks whose biggest worry last week was if their avocado toast had too much Himalayan salt on it. Out here in Middle America, we live by values that Hollywood's forgotten. Faith, family, hard work, and common sense. They don't believe in much of anything unless it trends on social media. But we believe in Sunday service, dinner at the table, and treating people right. But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. That's James 1:22. All right. Let's get into some Hollywood activism. The moments that made us shake our heads. Remember when some big name star lectured Middle America from their mansion, then got caught in some scandal the next week? Yeah, like that's credible. Or the celebrities who campaign hard for causes they barely understand, then bail when the real work starts. Classic Hollywood hypocrisy. Classic Hollywood hypocrisy. We've seen it time and time again. Here's the thing. America isn't a movie set where everything is scripted, staged, and edited for your approval. This is real life, folks. People have to make tough choices every day between paying the electric bill or putting food on the table. Hollywood stars aren't living those hard choices. They live in fantasy. So their advice, take it with a grain of salt. Or better yet, don't take it at all. The voices that matter aren't flashing cameras or viral. The voices that matter aren't flashing cameras or viral tweets. They're the teachers working double shifts, the veterans coming home and rebuilding their lives, the small business owners keeping our towns alive. These people understand sacrifice and grit. Their stories should be front and center in our politics, not the latest Instagram rant from a celeb who just landed a blockbuster. So what do? We take the mic back, literally and figuratively. Support local leaders who have real ties to their communities. Get involved in town halls, school boards, and neighborhood groups. Share your story. Be loud about what matters to you and your family. Hollywood doesn't run your life. Your neighbors do. Next time you hear some star from Tinseltown telling you how to think or vote, remember this. They're actors, not experts. They entertain, but the power belongs to the people living the reality. Stay grounded, stay informed, and most of all, stay true to your values and your community. Because they really do live in a fantasy, folks. What do they really know? Standing on a stage accepting their award, crying because they're worried about what? If they're going to make the next part or not? I mean, it's the American dream, right? To be rich, famous, to be able to wake up every day and not have to care about nothing. I dream of that. I dreamed of being comfortable, not rich. I just want to be comfortable, where I can wake up every day and go to my job and just know I've got my bills paid. I don't have to worry about repossessions or my lights getting cut off. That's an American dream to me. Being able to have that feeling of comfortability. And these stars just try to sway people into stupid shit all the time. And for what? What are you fighting for? What's your value? What's the value that you're fighting for? That's something we shouldn't be relying on celebrities for. Any good celebrity that has a good level-headed common sense brain would be given back to the middle class. That's how you help us. Not give us useless advice. Standing on stage talking about bullshit is one thing. But when you come to a community that's been devastated by a disaster and you donate, and it don't have to be money. You donate somebody appliances, you donate somebody clothes. That goes a long way. Giving back to that. Giving back to people. Being rich don't have to be snobby. Right? Which we got small town rich guys that are like that. Too. That's because the world has lost touch with the values that God gave us. Love thy neighbor. No matter how rich or poor, color of their skin. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. If you see somebody sitting on the side of the road, homeless, everybody always has that same thought. Well, I'd give him $10, but I'm sure he's going to drink it away. That's a judgment call. That's not the way God intended it, right? Yeah, he may drink it away. But the point is the works. You feel the need to help somebody, help them. If they choose to go drink it away, that's their choice. And it's also your choice not to help them again. But that's the values that this country has lost. It's helping one another. And we definitely need to get that back, one way or another. So this is just a special little episode that I wanted to throw in because it weighed on my heart. I hope everybody enjoyed it. But keep a listen next couple of days. And we'll get into some more juicy news for our city leaders, not only in Hickman, but we've got some juicy news all around the region here. It's not just Hickman, folks. There's people tired everywhere. People that's campaigning for change and wanting their leaders to hear them. And a few of them's called on the old Bubba T to help them get their voices out. So stay tuned. We're going to get rocking. I love each and every one of you to death. So happy that you joined me tonight. You all have a lovely day. Great days at work. Great days at home. Whatever the case may be. This is the Bubba T Show. And I'm Bubba T. And I'll see you next time.